Okay, the second wheel loader in Cat's 992 series line was the B model, which you see right here, 992B. Now this replaced the original 992 in 1973. And the B model wasn't manufactured for a long time. It was only built from 1973 to 1977. And when 1977 rolled around, the 992B was updated to the 992C, which was all around a much better wheel loader. But the majority of the changes that were made when Cat updated the 992 to the 992B were mechanical changes. And this was all to improve the loader's performance and reliability. The main difference that distinguishes the 992 from the 992B is the fact that the 992B had a pin-over ropes over the cab. That's what really tells the two loaders apart. But as far as the design of the loader, the engine, the bucket capacity, that all was kept the same. Basically, Cat really didn't change anything on the 992 and the 992B except make a few mechanical changes to the loader. The bucket capacity is exactly the same as what the original 992 had, 10 cubic yards. You can see this bucket is flat with no teeth on the front, and this is meant for, here at the mine, loading soft materials like coal, silt, fly ash, and sand, stuff like that. And just like the original 992, the 992B kept the exact same design for the linkage to the bucket, and the loader arms were kept the same, straight as you see. Your bucket cylinders, one on each side here, that connect down to curl the bucket in and out. You can see that they are mounted right on top of the loader arm with that piece of linkage right there to hold them in place so that they can move up and down. To curl this linkage arm in and out, which will curl the linkage bar in and out so it can curl and dump the bucket. This is your fuel tank right here on the 992B. You'll also notice that the way that the loader connects in the 2 points is also different than the newer C model. When Cat updated the 992B to the 992C, they completely redesigned the loader altogether. Right in here, just like any loader, are your 2 cylinders on each side to turn your loader left and right, what you call your swing cylinders. And right there, down coming from your transmission, is your drive shaft, basically to provide power to the tires. Right here's your fender, and also your one point where you'd stand up there to service your one working light on the side of the loader. Now I'll take you up and I'll show you by the engine. The engine that you see here is exactly the same that was on the original 992. Cat never updated the engine at all. This is the same engine, a 12V Cat D348, creates 550 horsepower for the loader. And here on the top of the hood of the covering the engine, you'll see your 2 air intakes and your 2 exhaust ports right there. And on the back, you'll see your grill covering your radiator behind your counterweight. And right on the side there, you can see your classic Cat PAmining symbol. It says 992B. Your counterweight right back here, and your pin right here if another machine gets stuck to give it a tug to pull it out. Now I'll take you up and I'll show you up on top of the loader. Here's your cap right here to fill your fuel tank with fuel. And your cab right here. You can see your ropes bar which goes over the cab. This was the biggest difference between the 992 and 992B. Probably one of the most unique features about the loader is where the door is. You can see it's in the back behind the ropes cab. And there's an inside view of your operator's cab right there. As you can see, it's a lot older than the newer 992C or the G model. Much different, all older technology. But it's the same setup basically. Your 2 hand levers right there to raise and lower your bucket and curl it in and out. And your steering wheel. And there's an operator's view if you're running it. And as I said, the 992B is much smaller than the newer 992C, which you can see right there. And to give you an idea, there's the older 992B and a 992C next to each other right there. You can see the big difference in design and the big difference in size. And if you're interested in seeing the 992C in a walk around, check my channel for one. There she is, Cat 992B.